got Luffy ambition, king of the rappers, the mission. I see they got
Murata music with 3-piece TCG, big beard TCG. Don't let the no beard fool you. I am the ace. And today, I've recorded this video a few times already, so I'm finally happy to bring it to you. And it feels right because we're going into EB01 as of tomorrow, right? So let's get into it. This is the Black Yellow Luffy deck guide. I'm gonna try to be straight, thorough, to the point, and then I'm going to see if I got some time to show you some games as well. Again, I'm not just talking into a vacuum and telling you, oh, this is what needs to happen, blah, blah, blah. You can watch my matches and see it happen in real life or even on the simulator. So this is what our 06 looked like. It was, I was running 2 Satoris, and I was also running Ivankov in case I had to go first. On my 5 Dawn turn, I could basically do the Hiyori and blah, blah, blah. So all this is cool, but this is irrelevant now to me. This is the new list that I will personally be running with. I've been doing a lot of practicing on the sim, and I feel like it's very consistent. So the major notices or whatever is I had been dropped the other 5-drop Sabo in favor of this one. And so, I mean, let's just go over it real quick. Per the rules, your face-up life cards will be sent to the bottom of your deck instead of your hand. Dawn 2, activate main. Once per turn, you may discard 1 card from your hand. If your life is at 0 cards, you may add up to 2 5-cost characters from your hand to your trash life face-up. You know what, guys? I'm not going to go into every fucking little card. If you're watching this video and it's an EB1, you know what these fucking cards do, all right? Let's just get into the nuances of it. Obviously, it's all the same package with the exception of we're now running 4 Charlotte Flampe. She is an incredible asset. I would say later game when they want to either put you down to 2 or 1 life, and then they don't want you to be able to activate your ability. They want you to stay at 1, and then they're going to rush you down and mess you up. Well, if you're at 8 Dawn, you only need 6 Dawn to do your combo, right? You only need 6 Dawn. You put 2 on him, you trash 1 card, and then you can play him, and you can bring out, your ace and Sabo. You're at 9. Everybody's happy, right? So keep in mind, that's the thing. Guide rule number 1, you only need 6 Dawn to pull off your combo organically. So if you're at 7 or 8, you can use her. Hell, you could use her twice if you wanted to get rid of 2 life. But you can use her ability. She's drawing you a card. That's fucking huge. Because drawing you a card means you can get Gecko Moria. Drawing 2 cards means you get to get Gecko Moria. Which brings me to my next card, Shirahoshi. So I've played against a couple guys who were rocking Shirahoshi, and I was like, what are they doing? She doesn't attribute to his combo at all. No, but Shirahoshi, what she does is, yes, you can put her back into life and just, I don't know, use Luffy's ability to wax her later. But the thing about Shirahoshi is she draws 3 fucking cards and then you trash 2. And so when you're in a situation like playing fucking Arno's Bello Betty, instead of swinging, okay, and you don't want to just waste your Dawn, find you a Shirahoshi, play that Shirahoshi. I would like to make her 3, maybe 4. I don't know, because my question is, the more I have of her, the less I would take off 1 or 2 of these. And while these do search you, 5 cards, and you pick one of the 3 brothers, which is essential to your combo, she's giving you 3, and it could be any card. But anyhow. The only target we're concerned about bottom decking is Gecko Moria, so it's not that big a deal. But Shirahoshi has created a lot of consistency in this deck. And so for right now, she's definitely staying. Your big combo at the end of the day is going to be you attach, your 10. You attach 2 here. I like to play out the Gecko. I like to swing first. If I'm going to replace these Sabos or Portgy Aces, I like to swing with them first and then play Gecko, put them on the bottom, put them back in our trash, you know what I mean? Bring these guys out, put these on the trash, and then use your ability and bring them back, swing again, then swing finally. So this is all that. I guess I'm going to go ahead and try to show you guys hopefully some wins and some losses. You know what I mean? Not just trying to just show you how, things work in the perfect world. Um, I'll probably get 2 games in on this bitch. But yeah, long story short, I've been spending this last hour trying to update my fucking sim from B, and it's just not fucking working, and then just fucking pissed. And okay, cool. So we got a great meta matchup right here. Let's see what we get. Now we're looking for we want to really see we want to see the kids, the bigs and the littles. That's great, but I'd like to see a Gecko Moria if I can. Just so that I know I can play that on curb. Nothing really jumping out at me here. I'm gonna just go ahead and pass. I would be a little saucy and show you guys how sometimes I play out a Kid Sabo, but just to have that on the board. But he is running at odds, and so he would probably pop him with Garatsu, and so it's just like no point. All right, cool. So we got our first Gecko, and we are at 4. I'm still not liking playing just yet, so we're just gonna swing for 9. Call that a dizzy. So your kids, your lils, as I would say, they're kind of your longevity. The more lils you have, the more longevity you have. Because once you run out of your littles, you're going to be depending on your Gecko Moria to bring them back. Okay. So for me, it's use your littles, then use your geckos. There, of course, are situations where you want to get that gecko out there just to have that pressure, especially in the mirror match. Let's see what we got here. So now we're at 6. Now, here's a time when I would just swing 6 at him, see what he triggers, and then we're going to go to 5. Now we got to... Okay, what is he thinking? Okay, cool. Now, I can do 2 things. I can either Shirahoshi, just empty Shirahoshi, or I can do Sabo. I'm going to do Shirahoshi for right now, just to draw 3 and trash 2. And I kind of want to show you guys the power of Shirahoshi, if you will. Okay, so that's going to put an ace in our trash and a Luffy in our trash. And that's that. And if we don't use Shirahoshi here, she just has no value, frankly. So I'll see what he does. He's going to probably try to like take me out in this round, but we got some 2Ks. And if he doesn't try to take me out this round, we got some 2Ks. All right, so we're definitely setting up for some swangs. Okay, he's going to be swinging 8 after that. So we'll just take it. Fuck it. And we'll take that. And then you're going to swing 8. Yeah. Probably could have saved it, but we shall see. Yeah, I think hindsight, I would have blocked out of the 5 with a Garp and then taken that hit. What I was worried about is that he would leave me at 1, but that was of no consequence because I had a Charlotte Flampe anyways. So, well, there you go. We get to use our Garp. All right, what do we get from our draw? Okay, we got another Sabo. Okay, so I could Sabo the house down right now if I want to, or I can Portgas the ace and try to clean up this field. He's going to 9. I don't think he can kill me because I have 2Ks left. So let's go ahead and we're gonna get rid of 1 from hand. And the reason we do it from hand and instead of like a Monkey D. Luffy is because we're actually going to be using this one. So we're going to do that. Then we're going to... Man, these chords are fucking with me, dog. Anyways. So now we're going to do that. And we want to go ahead and Sabo the house down before we... Damn it. I would have liked to play that other Sabo out for free because he wouldn't be able to KO me. But... whatever. And we'll get rid of him. Okay, so now let's do... He's at 6. Huh. I guess we could we let's just get rid of his attackers. Why not? So he's not going to have anything to block that, and then I'll go ahead and get rid of that blocker. Or I could get him down to 1. Nah. Because if he Yamato's, it's not going to do anything for him. So he's going to want to, and we're also set up for our first Gecko Moria play. Okay, so he doesn't have a Yamato. He could still anal rush me. But we're set up for Gecko Moria. I'm going to go ahead and block here because I want to go ahead and save Ace. Actually, no, I'll let him go. So what we could do is we could let Ace go and then let that happen. The question is, do we want to bring out another Sabo from our... Do we want to play the Sabo from our hand? Yeah, I'll do it. Let's just do it just to show you guys what it can do. Okay. Okay, so we want to do this the right way, in my opinion. So we want to we want to play Gecko first. Because if you get in the habit of playing Gecko first, your guys will be out there and ready. And you won't have this predicament where you fuck up. Okay, so we're going to trash this from our hand. So now we're on the clock because this is all we have to work with. And let's Sabo the house down. Okay, we're not interested in bringing back Luffy really much. So let's just do that because next round we'll just fucking double Sabo. Let's see if we can get rid of this here. Cool. Just swing there. Somebody can attack. Oh, this guy's new. Yeah, I would have kept that 2K dog. I guess he's concerned, but no, there was no reason to do that. He just really wanted a beige, I guess. That's what I was worried about, is I'd be playing against people who are stuck on this 122B. Like me. Let's see what's wrong with this camera. All right. So what you're seeing is we're live and in effect, right? And so what's going to happen this next round is what I was talking to you guys about, where I need 6. So that means I have 4 Dawn to play with. So I could swing, 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 and then I can play these out and see where he's at. So we'll see what we do here. Sure. That means we're only down 1 Sabo. Oh, but we only have a Sabo to play with. I should have blocked. I should have blocked with both, but whatever. We will see what's up. He's kind of in a tough spot, but so are we. So this is a perfect time to search because I only need 6 total. I mean, I already got a Sabo. Wait, did I need the Sabo? I probably needed that Sabo. Yikes, I did need that Sabo. Okay, so that's another mistake. That's a mistake I made for sure. You want to keep track of what you're going to need for the next play in your trash. This is something I'm a lot more cognizant of doing when I'm on in real life playing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's go ahead. Man, if my phone don't shut the fuck up. All right, so I only need, yeah. So I can swing 8, and I could actually swing 9, and then I'd have 2 and 2. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna swing 9 here. Probably should have set up my play first. That way nobody can get KO'd. Let's go ahead and do that now since I fucking thought about it. So now we're going to deploy. Okay, cool. And we're definitely trying to hang on to our 2Ks at this point. And bro, we are saboing that house down, shouty. Cool. I hate to do it, but I got to. Because he's going to be my only attacker next round. Okay, so now we're going to be able to swing for 9. He can block it if he can't. What's the trigger? It's bullshit. And I'm going to swing for 11. And I got it. Okay, cool. So that's and he is disconnected even. Okay, cool. So that's one example against Enel. He's running he's running real Enel. I think the only thing I seen him do that was stupid was the beige play. But outside of that, I mean. So that was a quick explanation on how to do things and a little bit of a rundown. You even got to see me make some mistakes and got to see me do some things right. It's against Enel. Enel is number 1 in, or best deck in format apparently. I'm really gonna probably be fucking with this deck hard. Because it's every time somebody talks about this fucking deck, all they say is, "Well, you know, it's hard because Sakazuki, and it's hard because, bro, Sakazuki is banned, dog. Like, what's the point of crying to ban a deck when you're gonna keep crying like the deck still exists? Like, this deck doesn't have a natural counter, in my opinion. Like, it's got blue. Don't get me wrong. Its weakness is blue. Removing characters off the board is your worst enemy, which is why we're running this Shirahoshi, because on my 5 Dawn turn, I don't feel the need to play Sabo anymore just to draw some cards, you know, that I haven't seen with Garp and them. Or if I do have everybody, I frankly don't want to search anymore because I don't that obviously my chances of drawing a Gecko are even higher. So this is why we're throwing out the Shirahoshi. Bottom deck Shirahoshi. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? So this is why we run her. And yeah, so you get to see that. I'm losing my train of thought. Oh yeah, so the reason why I'm running Luffy is because one, the matchup into Gecko Moria is abysmal for Gecko Moria. Like I can't tell you how terrible that matchup I feel bad for them. Okay. Um, they say it's like, you know, oh well, once they figure out how to beat it, you know, it's gonna drop off. They said the same thing about fucking Enel in fucking in December, and he still won. You know what I'm saying? He won like more, arguably he won more in the US than fucking Sakazuki did. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's going to be as easy as that. I think it's going to really come down to the pilot, just flat out not making mistakes and knowing what to search for. So just understand that we have an opening hand with Gecko Moria. Let's fucking search away. Big search energy, because we can, if we can win that, we should be able to win the game with 2 Gecko Morias. And if you bottom deck 1 but you already got 1 in hand, you're gonna be all right. You know what I mean? So just play in anticipation of that. I feel like it goes. You saw what it did in the Enel. The guy made 1 mistake. He would have had, so what? He would have had 1 more 2K. But it's like, it's not that big a fucking deal. And yeah, I think that about wraps it up. So great into Gecko. Great into I feel like it's the best match into Enel. Great into Katakuri. Katakuri's like cards don't even, you know what I mean? Like the trashing life is like, don't threaten me with a good time. And that's that. I mean, your top 3 are Sakazuki, Gecko, and Katakuri. And Sakazuki's gone. It beats Gecko Moria. It beats Katakuri. Enel comes back, but it feels fair against Enel. Fucking Yamato is a tough one, and the reason why you would think, oh, well, she gets you down to 0, you don't want to be rushed down into hell. You know what I mean? You do want to have your pieces before you go down to 0, and that's why Yamato's a little difficult. And then of course, getting around the kid, 8-cost kid blocker can be difficult at times. So we just got to be ready to play the long game and just keep swinging big numbers. So that's why she can be difficult. The rush down, it's still difficult. You just gotta play it out. I've heard people say it's 50-50, and I agree with it. Red Purple Law. Red Purple Law is going to, in my opinion, Red Purple Law and the mirror, because if you go second in the mirror and you just play it right, like it's hard to fucking lose unless you brick and like terribly. But Red Purple Law is gonna be a tough matchup. I've been researching, and I've heard and learned that, you know, going to 9 isn't always the move. A lot of times it's going to 7 and keeping one life there. That way, you know, because at 7 he's going to typically stay at a lower dawn, so he's got to power up anyways to swing at you. And that way it's easier to keep a 7 rotating than it is a 9 with 0. And then at the same time, if you get 7 this round and you have one life, if they don't land a hit on you next round, you can go up to 9. And then on every loop, you will have, you know, one life and 9. And that's really hard for them to overcome. Their biggest card is going to be fucking that Kid and Killer. They run that motherfucker like nobody's business. And into that matchup, of course, that's when you want to be looking for your Luffy, because he's 8 and he takes 2 cards to get rid of them if he wants to bottom deck them. And outside of that, I'm doing share Hoshis. I'm trying to swing big and get into the deeper water. And before I start running out my plays and rushing stuff down, because he's another guy that bottom decks. So that's why he's going to be your weakness. Blue in general because they bottom deck, and RP Law because they bottom deck. But this has been a, you know, long time coming, but this is my EB01 list for right now. I'm really excited to get some boxes and hopefully show you guys those today as well. Anyways, this has been Marauder Music with 3-piece TCG, Big Beard TCG, and I will see you guys in the next one.
Sweat dripping like a Fazaduni fixing. Got Luffy ambition, king of the rappers, the mission. I see they got the lights.